Hello, hello, everybody. Gonna be moving up to the front line here in just a moment. I just have to adjust something real quick. Let me just go ahead and adjust this. We got 25 seconds. Perfect. Okay, I think we're good. Yes. Okay. Yeah, I'm your host, Smithers, for this mixed event here on console. I was going to bring in KO stream, but I couldn't figure out how to... Oh, no, we're on the Axis side. That's right. We got to flip the sides thing real quick. 1 second.
What the fuck are we doing?
Okay, we just flip the Axis here real quick. We'll get a POV of Shocker. I was on the other side, but... Okay, there we go. Let me just bring this over. There we go. Perfect. Okay, but yeah, we're on Carentan for this charity event. Be sure to check out the link in the video description. We heard Shez's voice. Shez's voice for the first thing today. You know, there's nothing like starting your day with a little bit of Sheza. A little bit of Sheza in the morning. Everybody's coming through. Opening strafe run on its way.
Just west of the free story. There's a tank here. It's a medium, probably.
Ajax calling out the tank down below. Alrighty, so we have a train station as the middle point for the bottom. And then we have Monhalay, the rail train over there to the fourth. No ruins. No ruin stuff. I bet the entire LI team is relieved
Indians on my ping?
to see no ruins.
Stew's on board.
LI's backing up here, getting a little bit more pressure. We have everybody joining in, everybody and their mother from all different teams playing today. WTH, 82AD, Greyhound, Circle, Syndicate, Omen. ESBT, Pathfinders. ESBT coming off for seasonal championship just last weekend over WTH. Okay, first cap goes to the Axis.
We lost a dude. I'm gonna go fill Mike.
Recon tank down to the bottom. Panzer IV coming up from middle. Now for train station, it's a unique hard cap just because up here on the border, this grid line, the 6 to 7 grid line, is very, very close to the hard cap. And the Axis could be sitting, or the Allies could be sitting nice and pretty. Then all of a sudden a wave comes on over and is able to get some cap pressure. That's why you got to be so careful to maintain the northern control here. What if we do a little overall view real quick? Raspberries up to the north, slowly leaking in. WTH, or the Allies control the mansion down here. This building we commonly call the mansion. You got some good sight lines looking all around here. Teams like to put up an MG usually. But in a more casual event, you may not see as strict of a game plan as you would normally. It's Dr. Dubro. Vodkenstein. Jumps over. Oh, gets him. Catches him right here in the corner. Dr. Dubro probably thinking, yeah, I'm safe here. No worries. They're not going to get me. No, they're going to find you. Capca. Everybody getting situated. The Allies were able to get a little bit of cap progress there, but the Axis bringing some more bodies into the hard camp. Now, this is what we like to see, though. We like to see the people climb on top of these roofs and get some sick angles. Top of the crane, see if the enemy's paying attention. KO, rando. Gastro, KO, if you're watching this, I try to get your POV on another source in OBS, but I never done that before, actually. And I couldn't get it to not play the sound from your stream view. And every time I try to mute it or even disable the scene, the sound just kept coming through, so I'm not too sure. Oh, you know what I could have... No, because it's a browser source. Yeah, I'm not too sure. But if somebody knows in chat, maybe I could set that up real quick as another scene. I try to mute it, but it must be something with... I set it up as a browser source for KO stream. I wonder if that's not the proper way to do it. Maybe I have to set it up. Maybe I have to actually open it in another Chrome browser, maybe. And then mute that, and then bring that source in. I could possibly do that. Yeah, maybe we could do that next time. Anyway, it seems like a pretty even game so far with these mixed events. You never know what... I mean, you could get a good feeling about how balanced the game is going to go, but sometimes you don't know who's drunk, who's maybe hungover, maybe somebody who had too big of a lunch, maybe somebody pounded down €3, man. And they're sitting there like, oh, God, I really don't feel like playing this, but I'm going to do it. And they get a little bit sleepy, miss their shots, they get steamrolled. But so far, not too shabby. 10 minutes in. All these beautiful garrisons placed on the Allies' side. Axis looking strong as well. Got a Panzer IV coming down to the bottom with the Greyhounds crew inside. Allies beginning to get a little bit more cap pressure, though. Deal Cub asks, what server? This is going to be a closed server for competitive players, buddy, for this charity stream. But if you're interested in competitive Helios, you can check out the Smitherscast Discord and sign up as a console or PC recruit. But yeah, this game is shut off to just competitive players. But don't worry, I'll be doing pub streams again shortly. Just got to get through a couple big videos and some voice acting stuff, and then I'll be right back to doing some more pub streams. And then I'll be sure to announce that in my channels when the next pub stream is. Usually it's on Glows East. That's where I usually go. KO down here. No satchel on the medium. May have already used it. Bombing run coming up. And the Allies may have it. Almost there, almost there. Second cap of the game, baby, everybody. Oh, there we go. Second cap already. That's what I like to see. It's always good when you see at least 2 caps. Well, I mean, there are, I mean, like the championship game last weekend, there was only one cap, but man, I mean, those games, the stress that's going on in the background can be just, I mean, we can't really feel that from the admin cam view, but man, there's so much going on to make everything work. 2 Panzer IVs now around the circle. Axis begin the cap weight back. Panzer IV pops a tank out here. Guessing that's another medium. The first heavy should be up here momentarily. Yeah, one medium Sherman gets taken out. Overall, the Allies have really solid map control. Blueberry's starting to get a little bit too condensed down here to the south, which is going to allow the Allies to wrap around a little bit up to the north. But maybe it won't matter. Slappy with the MG. Oh, gets picked off. Geraldo Owens coming in through the alleyway. OP on the opposite side. Delete. One down. Exitic holds. Exitic jumps in. Geraldo gets another one. Medium Sherman coming over here to the back. Who do we have in the Sherman? We got Forge, Tukagawa, and Rondres. But it's not going to matter. The Axis will cap back for our third capture of the game. Not too shabby. 3 captures within the first 15 minutes. Ayo! I believe the Smithers cast record, it's either 8 or 9 total captures. I still have to go back through my records and verify that. Sheza. Let's go get some Sheza highlights. Oh, no. Gets one. Axis with pretty good control, although the Allies did get most of their OPs reset and begin to slowly get that wrap around. We still have this medium Sherman over here to the back. The first heavy... Is that the first heavy by chance, or is that still... We got this P4 down below. Okay, yeah, first Tiger right here. Sherman up to the top, looking to circle around, taken by surprise. They're going to go for it, maybe. The Tiger has not gotten the intel. One ET player fires a rocket. That's Exitic. Sherman coming around. We're not going to look at the Tiger just to increase suspense. Sherman rolling on in here. Tiger still facing the other way. Can the circle crew take it by surprise? Rocket misses. Tiger crew holds Bia. Oh. Tiger takes one shot. Fires around. May have had HE loaded to unlock it or unload it. Tiger looks. Oh, no! Oh, man. Damn. Okay. No luck. I don't know if the Sherman could approach... I mean, maybe they could approach that differently once they watch it back on tape. Oh, what a nice opportunity. Tiger gets clapped, though. Panzer IV retreats. First Allied Jumbo 76, I think, is up here to the north. Yes, it is. First Jumbo. There's Meg Ogslong joining us on Twitch chat. Hello, buddy. Welcome. For those of you just joining me today, this is a mixed competitive PC event here on Carentan train station, a charity stream. Be sure to take a second and check out the link in the description if you have the spare funds to do so. Whatever you can give. It's always nice, though, when the community comes together to support a good cause. And it's not just about who's the best fraggers, who's the best teams. No, no, no. When there's a common cause, people sign up to help one another out. Allies controlling down to the bottom. A little bit of capway came in for them, but Axis fought back. Map situation looks still pretty mixed. No clear-cut winner just yet. And this is the thing that I like to compare Juno Beach, the new map, of course, that some of you have played. The performance, getting a lot of hate, and I understand. I've casted about 6 or 7 matches on it, and I see the issues. The stutteriness, the sound. Hopefully they get that patched up. Along with Smolensk. Please, developers, if you're listening to this, if you're watching, please get these maps in spick and span order. But Juno Beach, it's so mixed with all the buildings and the hedgerows. I don't think a team is going to be able to box another team out entirely. There's always going to be at least a few stragglers behind. But of course, we have not seen like a top-tier matchup just yet. Or at least I haven't. I haven't streamed a full-on, organized tournament matchup on there. I'm curious if it'll survive the map bans. No problem at all, everybody. I really enjoy, just taking some time and doing these charity streams. Try to put these as priority number uno. But if you're enjoying the stream, be sure to hit that like button real quick if you could, please. If you have any questions, go pop those in chat. You do have the Vietnam next beta coming up in July. The exact date has not been announced yet. But it shouldn't be too far away. My guess is the weekend, I think it's July 11th is the weekend. Give them a month before launch. Everybody could see what the state of the game is. Kapka, Guinness, pushing. Always DVB. Haven't figured out what DVB stands for yet. Oh, good shot, though. Take a look at the overall view. Axis have cleared a lot of it out. The Allies still have a threat there to the north. Got Roy Nelson on a critical MG position. If you have a competitive match on Carentan train station, you want an MG on this roof. Roy Nelson knows. Look at that. All that ground you can cover from this MG. Gets one over there to the right. So we have one MG right here, and then we have another one back here with Slappy on top. Watching that road. Let's see. See what he can get. Smoke is right there in his way, though. Gets one. DVB is his initials and his full name. Oh! Okay, gotcha. Thank you, Panta. Appreciate that, buddy. Slappy still watching. That's a fantastic angle, though. I mean, when you have good coverage to the right and the left, you need somebody to watch this street. That's a spot to do it. So 2 critical MG positions. Precision strike called in down to the south. Go take a ping. See where it's at. Stuka coming on in. Sadly, the jumbo was pushed off, but let's see if they get lucky. Oh. No, it does not. Jumbo will be damaged, though. Jumbo backs up. You know, the Stuka. Now, I'm not bragging here. Don't mean to brag. Don't mean to boost my own little ego. But I did hit 2 Stukas last weekend. I sure did. It's a rare occasion that I do. But, man, I've hit those first 2. I did miss the third. I did miss the third. But the first 2, oh, so sweet. Unfortunately, the game wasn't streamed, so I couldn't watch it back. But Bomber Run coming in on the front line. The Hex or the Allied Bomber Run does get a few friendlies there. So we have a Sherman pushing up, then we have another Sherman down. So it's 2 mediums here on the front line. Then we have the 76 to the south. Allies have very good control up to the north. And if you're wondering why the Axis haven't committed anything over here to Rail Train, well, come on, people. It's a charity stream. Why would you want to steamroll in a charity stream? That won't make you feel good. It won't make you feel good at all. So, it gives all these competitive players a good chance for a nice little 90-minute smacking around. Maybe some unique plays. Look, we have these 2 mediums pushing up front door. We have this crew. This the Oming? No. This is Circle crew. Let's go follow the Circle crew. Getting closer to the front line. The Axis don't have... we saw that Tiger get clapped earlier, which means they didn't have another Tiger to the 1 hour, 10-minute mark. It's coming from the bottom. Then we got a Panzer IV right here. And the Allies looking nice and pretty. Take a look at the overall view. Got a couple blueberries there to the top, but that's not going to be enough to hold back the Allies. There we go, our 4th cap of the matchup. 4 caps within 26 minutes. Sherman takes a shot. A little bit short. Sherman moves to the alleyway. Should be able to get into a safe location for some repairs. Scumbag coming up. Oh, no. Inigo Montoya. Sounds like some type of action star. Inigo Montoya. It really does. Is it some type of action star over there in Inigo Montoya? What kind of name would that be from? Spain? Portugal, Spain area, maybe? Inigo Montoya. Like a hella loose action star. Very good split still. Plane coming on in. Pre-strike. Coming in down below. Coming towards this Tiger. P-47s. Oh, it's going to be way off, way off, way off. Damn. Tiger's way away from there. Oh, shucks. Genova Life led Orochi. I tanked with Orochi in Vietnam. Him and I had a grand old time. Me, him, and Rando. Camp progress begins on middle. Raspberry spawn wave down below. Kapka, KO. Both get mowed down. Rando jumps on top of the building looking to get some frags. Rando doesn't have anything for that tank yet. It's always when you're in a prime position to take out a tank that you don't have anything to actually just put some damage on it. It seems like that happens so often. Big Naldo. Going for the push. Oh, gets a headshot. Scumbag back there with the MG42. Kapka. Places a satchel on the wall. Gets some of that proxy goodness. Big Naldo. Zolix on the opposite side. 9 thinks he's far away enough, but Bear's right there. Satchel about to go off. No. Gets 2, but Bear was not far enough away. Let's go take a look up north. See who we got up here. We have Vendika with a smiley face. Dismantle some supplies real quick. A little bit of probing up here by the Axis, but so far the Allies really, really good map control. Half-track down to the bottom, Mount Hale, making sure that's nice and safe. OP, Garrison, another Garrison here. A couple Raspberries exploring around. Looks like L trying to disrupt their plans. We have the Commander Gemiel on the bridge. Maybe the Allies have finally got the upper hand. Ajax. Oh, look at the opposite way. Jesse. I believe he took a couple shots to the... Oh, gets yet another! Going for the OP now. Oh, what a run here for Jesse. Throws a grenade as a backup. Just a rifleman, remember? Doesn't have anything special really in his kit. Raspberries, checking out all the streets, making sure all that's okay. got a few scattered people up here to the far, far north. Gezupel. Checking out the streets. Covering fire by KO. Perhaps saving Kapka's life right there. Okay, the Allies may have finally gained the upper hand here. Slowly pushing the Axis out. Got good coverage over there to our far right, and then through on to the city. For right now, looks like we're not going to see any more caps, at least for the moment. Butters. Okay, he looked like he was a lot closer to the MG. I thought we were going to see a knife. Funky Pig. MG42 Overwatch. Another great spot on Carentan. Just to watch all these open fields. Footsteps to the rears, maybe? Maybe not. There's Butters to our left. Do we have the... Okay, the half-track probably ping. That's what it was. Butters gets him with the carbine. Sanzu, I think, was over to the right in support with the sniper rifle. Oh, there we go. So, yeah, Sanzu's back there. Front line for the Axis gets a little bit pushed back here. Nice rocket over to the back from Ark. Or no, wait. Could have been from Ark or was it Wookiee? Not too sure, one of them. Postal finally finds a nice little spot. He immediately gets MG'd down by Arthur. Tank has been marked. Sherman takes one shot from the Tiger. Oh, but the Tiger gets clapped from the Jumbo that peeks over there to the right. Oh, man, they thought that he had that medium all to themselves, but the Jumbo saves him. Oh, mamma mia, I did not see that whatsoever. Sort of blended in there with the hedge. Jumbo rolls forward, wipes out some spawns. Axis should have... Oh, Panzer IV gets something over here into the road. Yeah, one Sherman down. Jumbo pushes. Takes a rocket to the side. Keeps moving. And just like that, the Axis have lost a little bit, but the Jumbo does get clapped from the P4 crew. Okay. So a nice, even trade, I think, overall. Got one Whammo squad up to the north, easy. Looking to get something set up. Rosultia coming up here to the top, though. Anger and also in support, checking around. But the Allies do, or the Axis have plenty. Oh, somebody got a transport truck stuff. Allies got, or Axis got plenty of room around to play. Looking for maybe a garrison up to the far north, so they can continue trickling bodies on down here. And then a lot of room over here to the back line, so they could send somebody all the way down and get somebody right there. In you go. Oh. Kapului. Kapuli. Oh, gets two with the shotgun. But falls victim to the brutal FG-42. Like an oppa. Bombing run on its way here. To the front line we go. Not too bad of a bombing run. I think he got 5 with that one. Jumbo tucked away here behind the stone wall. We have Gold Dragon, Rising Valhalla, and Harry in this one. Getting a nice overview of the situation. rocket came over here to the side and wipes the repair station. Still got the P4 back here, though. One potential... Oh, yeah, one blueberry. You have Dippy Draw over there to the back. Not an SL. Transport truck coming to the top. Going for round number 2. Maybe you're looking for a new spot to repair. Nice round down below. Yeah, kind of crazy how Axis finally got the upper edge with the 5th capture over Biddle. I think they were on the 5th. I'm pretty sure it's around their 5th. Trying to push on towards Montelay. Still a little bit farther away, though. They got to work with all these open fields and such. Won't be an easy task to get up there. The backline shenanigans from Butters and Co. have been cleared up. Allies have a very nice line forming. No holes whatsoever. Just got to see what happens to the north as far as shenanigans go. Let's go up to the top where we hear some ricochets. Genova Life. Yo! Get hit from the back of the P4. That will be taken care of, and with a little bit of armor support, we may see a raspberry push up here. Marvin, becoming one with the bush. Nope. Allies won't stand for it. Tank crew begins to probe forth a little bit. Exitic most likely calling in some AT support. Spooky trying to figure out what's going on with all the smoke. Geraldo thinking about approaching it. Peace strike coming in. Takes care of the P4 behind the hedge. Okay, Allied Commander goes 1-4-2 for peace strikes. Axis Commander 0-for-1, I believe, so far. Allies begin to enter Montelay. One Tiger coming up, though, should be able to help out a whole bunch. Smoke shell lands. Sherman takes one shot from the Tiger. Tiger waits for a clear mark. Sherman using smoke here. Tiger's not going to go for it. They decide to hold still. The Sherman crew should be A-OK. Excellent use of the medium Sherman smoke ability, or those smoke shells, to confuse the Tiger and not allow them to take a lucky guess for the critical blow. Overall, though, we are seeing the Axis get close, or the Allies get closer to Montelay. Got one transport truck down here to the bottom. Burns an outpost. Nobody comes in after the 3 seconds. It's Gamalicious. Has an OP up. No garrison. Airhead called up to the north. No garrison for Gamalicious. Maybe. Okay, he's waiting for support to come on in. Okay, just drop support. Now he's using that transport truck as a little bit of a decoy. Just driving around, see what he can burn. Gonna get out. Garrison goes locked for just a moment beyond the wall. Yuri Butter spawn it. Gamalicious holds still in the hard cap there. Airhead still falling up there to the north. Raspberries begin to push on forward toward Montelay, so the timing may be a little bit too off. Let's see what the strafing run does. Oh, and it goes. Strafing runs, man. So tough sometimes. So we got the medium Sherman and the Jumbo 76. The Tiger. Okay, there's a Tiger right there. I don't see any carcasses, so I'm assuming this is still the same one. Yeah, the Greyhound's crew. Remember, if you're joining the stream, be sure to hit that like button real quick if you could, please. If you're just joining me, I'm your host today, Smithers, for this charity stream matchup. So be sure to take a second and click on the link down there in the video description to donate whatever you can. It's always good to see a bunch of Helios teams come together for a good cause. We're on Carentan train station. So far, we have seen 5 captures. Allies bringing the pressure on Montelay right now. Axis trying to get something sneaky going up to the back line. Jumbo 76 begins to push forward. They're going to have circle cap wait in just a moment. How aggressive will they be, though? Oh, Tiger fires short, hits the fence. Jumbo gets 2 in. Tiger's got to back up. Now, remember, with the latest update, 20 heavy tanks can take 3 heavy tank shots. Side shot. Jumbo. Can they sink it? They're going to push. They know they got the advantage. They got 3 rounds to give here. Side shot. Jumbo pushes still. They're going to go for the kill. Jumbo. Reese. Oh, no. Oh, the Axis lose 2 tanks here. The Jumbo, or the Tiger, and the P4. Cap goes contested a little bit. Allied tankers got to know that they have the full advantage right now. Oh, but a rocket comes in from Scumbag and takes care of one of the Jumbos. That'll be a big help. I didn't realize the Jumbo was that weak, but did they take a... I'm not too sure if they took a Tiger shot in the beginning. They know they took 1 P4 shot to the side. Blueberry Wave comes to the top. Take a look at the overall view. Doesn't look too bad. We got plenty of blueberry reinforcements here. We've got the Sherman in the hard camp. Peace strike called in. Let's go see if Commander Jimial can at least go 1 for 2. No. Because the Sherman was already destroyed. Ah. The life of a commander. Hey, can we get a peace strike on this tank? Oh, wait. It's moving. Oh, wait. We destroyed it. Ah. I already called it in. Damn. You wish there was a way you can call it off in a way. Like you had 5 seconds after you called it in to cancel it. That'd be nice. Because at 5 seconds, I don't think any sound is heard. Don't think it could be... Yeah, I don't think you can abuse that. 5 seconds, okay. Cancel, don't cancel. I think that'd be nice. That'd be a nice little quality of life improvement. Oh, Marvin survives the rocket from Genetic. Marvin with calves of steel. Not affected whatsoever. Absolutely amazing. Bombing run on its way. All the backline shenanigans have been taken care of. Beast Boy says, you'd think a Stuka pilot could have some agency to aim for a tank or try if it's moving. Yeah, that too. If there was that little bit of dynamicism within it. It'd be nice if there was that mechanic. Because then it's like, hey, tank in C4 or whatever. Target this area with the Stuka. And then depending on, yeah, where the Stuka's, when the Stuka's coming in, it could, yeah, to redirect a little bit. That'd be pretty nice. That would be. You're totally right on that, buddy. Another solid idea. Another one I also had was adding 2 Stuka pilots, kind of like the Allies have 2 P-47s, 2 Spitfires, etc. I think it's Typhoons for the British. I'm assuming it's Typhoons. That'd be a nice change. Just to increase the accuracy a smidgen. Panzer 4 goes behind the hedge. 31 minutes left to go, everybody. Okay. Can hear artillery strike coming in somewhere over here to the back of Monolith. Easy squad. Back there. Trying to do their thing. Delete. So many shots coming his way. Cap progress coming in here. Jumbo begins to push. Reese tries to get a rocket. 9 does. Great rocket support. Genova Life trying to repair real quick. Jumbo pauses, doesn't push forward after taking the rocket damage. Panzer IV crew may try a peek here. Orochi, no, Orochi's going to go to the rears. Repair. Jumbo not able to repair. They're a little bit too exposed just yet. Nine eats a rocket. Panzer IV fully repaired. They're going to push out. mark on the tank. I think they have the jumbo, but they won't be able to penetrate the frontal armor of it. Panzer IV moves back into coverage just in time. Good setup here with the jumbo in front, and then the 75 over here to the back. Reinforced dropped him on Holly. Allies looking really good. They're closing the iron or the little grip they have here. Slowly squeezing the vise. Big Brother Tiger, though, down below. Help support the defense. Buying time for the backline shenanigans to maybe take place. Dr. Dubro takes down 2, but Bayuri comes in. Spooky. They both hear each other's footsteps. Oh, I love those moments. Those are so good. Zimmernock, I will, 1 second, buddy. Let me go ahead and paste. Yeah, maybe 1 second. .22:38 left on the clock. Axis have tried a bunch of times to get something going up into the back, but the Allies have a really good garrison network, and they're monitoring that like a hawk. They know that the Axis have some solid whammo players into the back line. Shezem, 9. Beast Boy asks, do you compile moments like the wall thing could appease the algorithm with shorts of it? The streams are excellent. Oh, thank you, buddy. Appreciate that. Yeah, I gotta be so careful with the algorithm, man. It is... Yeah, I gotta be so careful with it. I have a good string of shorts. I mean, I learned that if I get a good streak, if I hit a magical sort of... If I hit a short that a lot of people like... Then the next one, I got to be super careful to make sure that it's really, really good. I got to take some time and really think about it versus just putting together a cool clip like this or that and try to post it. I've learned to maybe post a short every 2 or 3 days. Oh, Panzer IV gets clapped right here in the middle of the hard cap. But yeah, trust me, I have a ton of ideas for different clips from all my different streams. So many good moments. But I gotta really pick them because Hella Loose isn't it's obviously not the most popular game. So it's a very small crowd on YouTube that actually enjoys it. Comparatively, if you look at bigger games like Battlefield, Call of Duty, etc. And I just got to be, yeah, I just got to really think long and hard about, first of all, compiling them and then figuring out what edits to make to them. Transitions, extra sounds, memes. How long can they be? Yeah, trust me though, I do have them always on my mind. I don't think I have enough Helios material. I know some people say, oh, just post 3-4 a day. Like, oh, no. I have tried that. It doesn't... I don't think I have that many bangers of shorts to really make an impact. Sherman tries to go to the side of the Tiger. Tiger takes out the Jumbo 76. Won't be able to spin in time to avoid the 75 shot. Oh, it does. And the Tiger comes out ahead and wipes them both out. Wowee wow. Mere a fraction of a second from going Bubba Badooey over here to the medium 75 flank. Oh, that was big. So big. But yeah, I just got to be super, super careful because YouTube's trust, I mean, it makes sense. YouTube has a trust parameter for how big of a push they give your videos to initial test audience. If I take an extreme example like Jack Frags or versus myself, YouTube, anything Jack Frags publishes will get, sent out to probably 10,000 people immediately. Versus my stuff will get sent out to maybe 100 people immediately. Just to see if they like it or not. And then it builds the algo from there to see how many people that should receive it. But I've noticed streaks, though. If a short does... Sorry, I'm going on a little bit of tangent here. But if I have a short that, say, gets 50,000 views within 2 days, 3 days, and I publish another short after that, YouTube will send it out immediately to a whole bunch of more people. But if it doesn't do well, then the algorithm says, okay, well, now we lowered his trust. We have to only send this out to a small group going forward until he builds that trust back up again. It's very interesting, but it makes sense. It does. Anyways, enough about that. 18.5 minutes left to go. Axis have been able to ward off all the Allied attempts to capturing Monhalais. It's been quite a doozy so far. Back and forth up here. We started out with a red-hot streak of captures. 5 captures over train station within the first 35, 40 minutes. It has since calmed down to a solid back and forth here. Bear with a nice rocket down to our bottom right. Solid back and forth here on Monhalais. The Allies have thrown tank after tank. But each time, the Axis have utilized all their armor plus some AT to prevent them from doing too much. And if you're just joining me, I'm your host today, Smithers, for this mixed PC event for this charity stream. Be sure to check out the link in the video description. Or in Twitch, if you're watching this on Twitch, you can check out the chat link. And give whatever you can, even if it's just €1 or $1. What do you got? Whatever you have. Every bit helps, buddies. That's the important thing. So far, we have, like I said, seen 5 captures so far in this very, very good mixed event. However, the Allies have established a whole bunch here. The Axis have been monitoring, or the Allies have been monitoring the back line like crazy, preventing the Axis from doing any sort of big shenanigans, any sort of spawn bombs. Exitic holds. We'll go check out the city, see what we got in the city. Kapka, Zulu Vivid, 9, trying to get something established over here. Butters. Standing on top of the crane, checking everything out. Watching for those whammo plays. Nope. Ajax, David, Madini. Russell Tia over to the rears. Oh, wipes the outpost. Oh! But Dippy Draw is still alive, so is Zulu Vivid. Medini over there to the right side. Trying to get something going. Trying to breathe a little bit of life into the Axis. I mean, don't get me wrong. We've had a really good game. 5 captures over train station. Come on now. Can't beat that. It's just you get used to all those captures. Then when there's a lull, you go, oh, man. Let's get some more going. Let's see 10. Commander Anger. Donning the nice fur jacket today with a skull cap. Unique style, but hey, Gucci doesn't... Gucci's recommendations are very unique. That's why they're Gucci. And Anger said, you know what? I like this. I'm going to purchase this. Adds the Gucci uniform into his shopping cart, and there he is right now. I think this one together all cost around 800 euros, so not cheap at all. Boots with the fur. Yeah, exactly. Two Fish showing up in Twitch chat. GPG Dev here. Donate via Jim's GoFundMe and prove it via ticket to get lifetime VIP on all GBG HL servers. Thanks for supporting. Oh, buddy, that's awesome. That's a very beautiful offer. Thank you for that. Appreciate it. It's on Twitch chat, everybody, if you're watching this on Twitch. If you're on YouTube, go on and jump on over to Twitch and chime on in. Lifetime VIP. Mamma mia. That's nice. That's very nice. DVB running around. Just the Axis not able to get anything going. The Allies sniffing them all out. When it's a mine. Oh, the mine. Oh, this is a very classic mine spot. Right there in that bush, man. That's where I always put my mines. You know the enemy's going to try to jump that wall. And they try to hide in that bush all the freaking time. So yeah, put some mines in that bush. You'll fall victim. Well, you'll get some kills just like that. 12 minutes left to go. The Allies control a decent amount here. They're starting to get a little cap weight. Axis trying to rebound. We got one garrison to the east. KO. Oh, nice big juicy spawn wave. There we go. There we go. There we go. Coming off that garrison. Blueberries trying to work their way back here. No. No. Picked off out of the open. Oh, Gibbs, thank you, buddy, for the sub. Appreciate that, buddy. They're trying to get back. Ajax, Shakir, Flint Rider, Spooky. Okay, camp progress going back in favor. The Allies have one Jumbo 76, Circle Crew, Ice Forge, Tokugawa, Wondrous. 11 minutes, 30 seconds left. Oh, man. I mean, the Axis do have a chance to get an airhead down here. They do have a chance. But the Allies have been all over the back line. Just prepared for anything. Butters, known for going to whammo duty and detecting anything that goes on back there. Of course, these players have seen it all. You got to remember that. I mean, they've played hundreds of competitive games. Some thousands. They know all the spots. They know what to listen for, where to look. I think it's always entertaining when somebody in a pub match says, oh, they're stream sniping, they're finding our garrisons. Well, come on, it's not that hard to find garrisons. You eliminate, or once you mentally take away all of the open field in the map, where you know the enemy most likely is not going to have any garrisons, then it becomes really easy to find them. Especially on maps like SME, SMDM. Think about it. Just mentally just take away all the open fields. And now look in those spots remaining. Boom, you're going to find Garys. You got to do it. You know, you have a 200-meter radius to work with. If you take out one garrison, well, look 200 meters away from that point. Where is the most likely spot? The enemy has a garrison 200 meters from there. Go look there. Oh, wow, look at that. Another garrison. You got the radio. Maybe you saw a supply truck out in the distance. And you just tracked them. You saw them drop the box, drive away. Sometimes they leave the whole box there. You walk up and... Oh, we got a Jumbo 75 here, not a Jumbo 76. Jumbo 76 going over the trenches. One Sherman the Great. Oh, no, Sherman gets clapped. One Tiger down below. Tiger doesn't fire. Oh, maybe the carcass was in the way. Jumbo's in a little bit of a pickle after taking those rocket rounds. Oh, nowhere to go. And the Jumbo goes bubba-ba-dooey. Two Tigers up here for the Axis for a last-ditch counterattack. I'm on a lane. And this is where, if you're the Axis, I would spawn a half-track top, try to drive that over to middle. Because when you're down 1-4, that's when the enemy least, or when they have the utmost confidence in their position. You can sort of catch them lacking. Here we go. Last ditch attempt here for the Axis, it looks like. Strafing run gets a couple. Nice commander strafing run by Gemiel. Bombing run from the Allies comes over here to the back. Gets 2. Gets 3. Coming up towards KO, Brando, David. Gets 4. Commander Anger scores 4 takedowns with the bombing run. Above the competitive average of 3. Anger patrolling around Turing Station, making sure everything's okay. Bong looking on, see if he could spot anything from here, but gets one. Can the Axis rebound? The biggest thing when teams come back from 1-4 to try to go win the game is they don't have enough time to get to middle. That's where I always suggest the half-track play, everybody. And that'll be our 7th capture of today. However, it's going to come down to a wild airhead. Axis commander sitting with 1,900 munitions right now. The only way they're doing this is with a lucky airhead. Probably up here to the north somewhere in one of those little complexes. I don't know if it's off cooldown or not. But that looks like it's going to be the only way. Commander Jemiel hasn't launched it yet, but we'll look to the top left. No real other hope. I mean, there's not really much else. Nobody's in position for the strike. I don't think it's on cooldown. Jemiel. There's the airhead call already. We have an airhead. We'll check on the map here in a second, see where it's dropping. Everybody on the Allies' side hears that airhead plane go above. Everybody knows that sound, at least for the most part. It's not too loud here where they wouldn't hear it, I don't think. Unless the comms were too loud. Sheza. The biggest fan of Kursk you ever will see dies here in the shell hole. Sanzu and Inigo Montoya. Vink. Bombing run call to the train station. Oh, there we go. The airhead going into the hard cap. Jemiel going for the grand slam and the final minutes. But the raspberries are all over. Russell Tia, Anger, all survive the bombing run, and it gets absolutely nobody. And the airhead, I'm assuming, has been wiped. Assuming so. Oh, Jemiel. I was thinking maybe up here, buddy. Like right up here in the town center. I mean, you got time. You got time. Would have had about, 2 minutes to get there, set up your outposts, and flood the hard camp. But wanted to go for the Hail Mary play. Allies, sniffing it out. Everything's looking pretty. Peace strike called into train station down to the far south. Stuka will be coming on in. We'll go zip on over there, see what we have. We have a medium 75. A little bit too far back. The ally position looks extremely strong. And it looks like the Axis will be playing here for the 2-3. But yeah, that's the biggest thing when you're come back from 1-4, buddy. You want to try to think one step ahead and go outside of not sure where that was. Was there a carcass there? Could have been a carcass there. Yeah, always try to think one step ahead when it comes to what you need to be doing in that situation. Like I said, take a you're down 1-4, try another. I mean, try to just go far around the northern border. If you do get shot, try to take an escort with you. Just a good AT player or something, just to help out a little bit. Spawn a half track, drive around, go to the absolute border, far away from the action as possible, and try to find a nice little sneaky spot over there to the back line to set it up. Because that's from all my streams, that's probably the biggest thing I see is when you're down 1-4, you come back to 2-3. That's great, but there's nothing set up for the midpoint counterattack because all the attention was on fourth point to take that back. So always just keep that in the back of your mind. Of course, you can find it out. You can also watch my Helios tips and tricks videos if you would like. Talk about that frequently. I've done it in a few games already. And it's a pretty good success rate. It would have worked out. I think I would have 100% success rate. But one time the team didn't go. Took a 2-minute little delay, and in half tracks, it could be 2 minutes is big for 2 spawn waves being delayed. Especially when we were trying to recap middle point. But regardless, it was a good game. 7 total captures, not too bad at all. pretty high up there when it comes to competitive Helios. But thanks for joining me today, everybody. Once again, be sure to check out the charity link in the description if you have a moment. And I will be live again, most likely tomorrow evening, I believe it'll be. Tomorrow evening. For a console matchup. But thank you for joining me today, everybody. If you enjoyed the stream, be sure to hit that like button if you could, please. If you have any questions, go drop a comment below. For this very good match here on Carentan. And if you haven't hit subscribe yet, don't be shy. Don't be shy, buddies. With Vietnam coming up, I'll have a whole bunch going on. There we go. Congratulations to the Allies, though, coming out today with a nice 3-2 victory in a very, very hard-fought game. Give commends to Commander Gemiel. Anger with 517 CE as commander, not too shabby. Everybody starts leaving, so we won't be able to see the full scores, I guess. Okay, everybody, well, thank you for joining me, and I will see you next time. Have a good one, buddy.